Alrighty guys, so she's about to be under the old knife again. Here we are once again with the 240. What we're going to be doing this episode is we're going to be throwing this new, basically it's like welding lead. It's real thick for my battery relocate, because right now I have some like real jicky, sorry my trunk's a mess, some real jicky like like 2 gauge stuff, and it's aluminum. So we're going to switch that over to copper, as well as probably this should be enough. I think that's 15 feet. I think I used 13 feet on the car last time. So what we'll also be doing is taking the extra and going from here to here, giving it a proper ground wire. So what we need to do is run that other black wire all the way through the car, all the way up to here. I got some eyelets for it, as well as we'll be, sorry if you can hear me breathe, it's like cold outside. Putting on a brand new VTC gear. You hardly ever see people put brand new VTC gears on Sr20s, as well as another thermostat. So should be a fun episode. I don't know how much we can get done. I'm not going to push myself because I'm on vacation. So valve cover is going to have to lift off all that crap. VCT gear's about right here, so we'll be changing that out. So now I'm going to do it before of my VTC rattle. I'm going to do kind of like a before, like show you what it sounds like, how it rattles, and then afterwards I'll show you what it's like after then. So let's do it. Okay, so of course, whenever I needed it to, it didn't rattle. But either way, it does rattle. Trust me. I mean, you can take my word for it. It clacks. You might have heard it just a tiny bit. I did just at the very beginning of the start. So either way, we're going to replace that VTC gear. I've known it's been bad, but since way before I built the engine. Second I swapped this Sr20, I heard that knock or that little like clack, and I was like, oh no, it'll go away for sure, because, you know, oil pressure or something like that. Little did I know all the problems with the VTCs, so at that point. So anyways, we're going to swap that new one in there, try to get some stuff done. So let's see what we can do, guys. Okay, guys, so we got it off. It only took about 25 minutes. There's the old one, there's the new one. Somehow you can take this off. I'm probably not even going to fuck with it. I'm probably just going to throw the new one on there. Here's the engine. I did mark where it's at. Don't worry, I know it's not the yellow link. I got them marked differently. So yeah, we're going to put the new sprocket on and then throw the tensioner back in it and probably fire it up, make sure it runs okay, and then we'll worry about everything else. Okay guys, so I'm going to input some footage of my iPhone that'll macro like zoom in on this, because this camera really won't, but you can see that kind of like line about right here when I spin it. That is where it actually wears into the VCT sprocket. So what happens is, this is on the backside where the cam's at. So imagine that being inside of here. See how those go opposite ways, the splines on those? So what that's going to cause is whenever you have this in the middle, this cob, this is a 2-piece, as you can see. I mean, this part clocks a little bit, it has some play. So I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to do that or what, but this goes in there that way. Oh wait, that way. So imagine that going in there on top of that. So whenever that thing clocks with that spring under it, it's going to be spinning, but it's going to cause this to spin the other way. So what we're doing is advancing the timing. God dang, my hands smell like oil now, big time. But so anyways, I'll input some like footage of it. It's definitely mangled and chewed up just a bit. I mean, for sure. So that's probably my problem. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one torqued up, and then we'll get it started. Okay guys, so it's another day. I kind of called it quits last night. It was like fucking cold, and then no excuse, because today it's like even way colder. So now it's right now, I think outside it's like 29. In the shop it's probably about 34, 35 maybe. So I mean, most definitely it's just fucking cold. Got a little heater, got another little heater aimed at what I'm doing. I don't really have any big heaters, so that's something that I'll get in the future. Anyways guys, I did get the sprocket on. Let me shine a light at it. Did get the sprocket on and all that stuff, so I'm going to try to get the valve cover put on, get that little thing sealed up, run it, and then we'll see where we go. So, cool. Okay guys, if you hear anything weird, sorry, it's probably, oh my god, that was my chair, but it's probably the heater. Got this really nice like welding lead, like I said earlier. We're gonna put this, attach it to these big ass eyelets that I got from there too to be my power wire. Later on, I'll do the emergency cutoff switch, which is that guy right there. But I'm not going to do it today, so because I don't have enough eyelets. So yeah, just like not having enough eyelets, I also don't have the proper tool to crush an eyelet this big or to crimp it. So that's going to suck. I guess I'm probably going to do it just like that. This is going to be kind of hard, but for now this is the battery side, so I mean it'll be fine. So I'm just probably going to bash that with a hammer, put a piece of heat shrink on it, and hammer this on there, because that's really my only option, because I don't think my crimps will do it. I'll try, but I don't think it will. So that worked out. It's pretty flat, it's pretty crushed. I know it shouldn't be that crushed, but trust me, the thing is not coming off. So now I'm going to heat shrink this guy. Sorry guys, it is like so cold out here. When you live in Texas, I mean, this is fucking cold. There you go. So I'm going to heat shrink that on there. Hey guys, well, I just went in and got a lighter because my little propane torch just ain't cutting it. Hell, I really didn't want to go inside, so I even tried the heater, and the heater wasn't even doing it, so I guess we're resorting to this. So yeah, it's just fucking cold, man. So let me get this heat shrunk, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and then hopefully we'll get to putting this thing in the car at some point. So, and I'd also like to do redo some of the, oh my god. Guys, excuse my mess and my beanie and the light, and it's cold like I said. Anyways, I'm gonna get this heat shrunk up. I just resorted to a lighter because mine's not cutting it. So then hopefully we'll get to putting it in the car. I would really like to clean up like the wiring in the engine bay, just make sure everything's plugged in, because the thing intermittently runs rich, and I don't know, I kind of think the ECM's seeing like a power drop that it shouldn't be. So we'll see. So that's one of the ideas with this new wire, is just do it better than I did before, and use the right stuff, and hopefully the ECM will get the power that it needs, and the whole front of the car will get the power that it needs, because the ECM's pulling power, I know, from up front in that little fuse box. But it just sucks because it's like, you know, say that I turn on a load. This battery's way back there. So if I turn on a load, we're really pulling off of the alternator like a whole bunch, more than I really want to be. So hopefully this will fix some of our issue, and that'd be nice. So as long as I can see, you know, and I watch the voltage, it really doesn't drop, so that's what doesn't make sense to me. But I do know that things start to get a little funky with the battery, even though my meter, or my gauge, my volt gauge, it's not the volt gauge, it's with the Circuit Sports fan controller, and I feel like it doesn't respond quick enough to the voltage drop. So, and I mean, it's just like a similar thing with like DMMs. A lot of the times they don't see the voltage drop that's happening real fast. So hopefully I'm just losing voltage real quick, and this will be the end of it, I hope, and we can move on with our lives. So, because I mean, I just want the thing to run right and all the time, because right now, hell, it runs fine sometimes, you know. And I mean, I'm on the close verge of just going standalone, like big time. So, I mean, which is still a future plan, but I mean, you know, there's other things that we could be using that money for, I mean, for sure. But I don't know, we'll see where this gets me. And this is nice. This is just that heat shrink with hot glue in it, so it's like marine heat shrink. I think it's what like Harbor Freight even calls it. It's good stuff. I mean, because the hot glue melts and grips it. A lot of the good types of heat shrink have that. So anyways, I believe it's pretty much time to route this through the car. It's gonna suck, I think. I don't really remember how I did it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to taking the car apart, and then we'll see what happens next. So good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the thermostat. You guys have all seen that before. I already got the bolts out. I'm gonna swap it in, and then we'll bleed it out, and we'll see how it runs. So yeah.
So what we're doing is trying to cut off some wires with that thing and then that thing. Just cut off the wires.
Yeah, we're just saying fuck the car.
And then we're gonna sell it for $5.
Yeah, we're gonna finally get rid of it.
You made it pee. Ooh, that's a strong streak.
Right off. Okay guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and put in the thermostat. This isn't like some special Nismo thermostat. I believe this is just a 170 degree, which it's a street car, it's wintertime, I'm okay with that. Always make sure any thermostat, not just this car, see that little guy that moves around there, make just very well sure that that's going to be, so say that the thermostat housing's right here, make sure that is at the top or you will have overheating. I mean, mainly because you won't be able to get all the air out. If it's like this, when you're bleeding the system, the engine's coolant that you're putting in on one side cannot come out, the air, there's an air bubble. So whenever you have this tip, air can come out to the highest point of the engine, which would be, I mean, well, the thermostat, which, I mean, it's not the highest point, but you know what I mean. And then the air can get into the radiator. So if you're having problems after you did your thermostat, bleeding it out, do that. I mean, these S chassis suck to bleed, whether it's a K or a SR. This is just a K thermostat. K, SR is pretty interchangeable. You don't have to run a gasket. You can do silicone. That's what I'm doing because it had silicone on it whenever I had it a long time ago. So that's the goal. So we'll see. Alrighty guys, I know it was like I didn't do an after, but I'm probably going to make a separate video on the VCT Sprocket. Not like replacing it, but like the before and after sounds, because I mean it sounds like a diesel before, and now my engine's so smooth. I've been driving it like 2 days. But anyways guys, I'm going to clear up this video, finish it out, and start on another one in a minute. We're just going to do some basic shit. Like I've been cleaning the shop because it's been really dirty. I got a TIG welder, so that's pretty awesome. It's the new Vulcan Pro TIG 200. Yeah, they're Harbor Freight welders. They have fantastic reviews online, even by like welders that I really look. If you're ever watching reviews, especially on YouTube, make sure that you look in like the description, or you see if they say that it's a paid product placement or whatever, you know, advertisement. So if it's not, you're usually pretty safe. I've seen them taken apart. I've seen the inside of them. They look pretty clean. I mean, they look pretty good. And nonetheless, I'm not doing it for like a job. I'm doing it in like my home garage. So just some stuff to play with. I'll definitely make a review video of it. I didn't do like an unboxing, but I'll definitely review it, even though, you know, from not a welder standpoint or whatever, because I'm not. I mean, I went to school. I did a couple semesters of welding. Did not really, you know, it was arc welding. I didn't ever do TIG. I'm learning TIG. You know, whenever you know one type of welding, you're usually, you know, you get the idea, the whole puddle and all that crap thing. So, anyways, I'm just cleaning the shop, and then I'm going to make another video. Well, I'm about to start one, so I got to end this one. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I really appreciate all the support, all the likes on the videos, all the subscribers. Thank you. I'm almost at 60 subscribers, I think, and that's pretty awesome. So I really appreciate it, and I think like 4,000 or 5,000 total views, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I had a gaming channel back in the day, and it did pretty well. I mean, as opposed to this one, but it's a lot older. Me and Jennifer may start like a gaming channel because she's been getting super into games. We built her another PC, and if you'd like to, I mean, see that, I'm probably going to do it anyways. So anyways, guys, I'll shoot you some like little welding videos in the future and just some things, you know, about the shop. So like I said, I'm going to clean, do the oil change on the 240, and don't know what's happening next. My buddy's coming over, so we'll see. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.